In the spotlight of royal life, images of perfection are often the norm. Every public appearance by the Princess of Wales, Catherine, is meticulously crafted, ensuring that she always looks polished and composed. But as with all public figures, there is an inevitable gap between what is portrayed and what is real. Recently, a series of unedited, raw photographs of Catherine surfaced, sparking an intense wave of conversation about the impact of her health struggles, and how it has transformed not only her body but also her public persona. When these untouched photos emerged, showing a visibly altered Catherine, there was an outcry of mixed emotions. "It doesn't even look like her," some commented, astonished by the unfiltered reality of the royal face. "It's as if she's gone through a tunnel and emerged on the other side as someone else entirely." For months, speculation surrounding Catherine's health had been quietly circulating, especially as her appearances became sporadic, and the official announcements of her treatments were made public. After 6 months of chemotherapy, the world expected the changes to be drastic. The toll of chemotherapy is often most apparent in the face, where signs of fatigue, weight loss, and strain manifest most clearly. But the raw photos revealed something far more complex. While Catherine's physical transformation was undeniable, what stood out to many was how composed she still appeared, even amidst the evident exhaustion. There were no flattering filters, no Photoshop to smooth the signs of weariness or mask the harsh reality she had faced. The truth was laid bare for all to see. The princess's once radiant complexion now showed subtle but clear signs of the struggles she had endured: pale skin, slightly sunken cheeks, and a weary but determined expression. It was not the image of the flawless royal that the public had become accustomed to. While some were quick to express shock, others embraced these raw images as a much-needed dose of reality. "This is what bravery looks like," one commenter noted. "She's gone through months of treatment, and she's still here, still fighting. Why should she have to look perfect?" Indeed, there is something profoundly moving about seeing such an influential figure stripped of the usual layers of royal gloss. Catherine's battle with cancer, while kept relatively private, has been a deeply personal journey, and these photos captured a part of that story, a moment where the mask was lifted, and the reality of her struggles was brought to light. According to Dr. Anna Hemming, a former royal physician, the decision for Catherine to return to public life after such intense treatment must have been a difficult one, and it is likely she is still in a fragile state. Cancer treatment, particularly radiation, can leave lingering effects such as fatigue, lowered immunity, and emotional stress. While outwardly, Catherine may appear to be in good health, the process of full recovery can take months, even years, depending on the severity of her illness. The pressure to fulfill her royal duties undoubtedly adds an additional layer of stress that could hinder her recovery, Dr. Hemming explained. She also emphasized the psychological burden Catherine may be facing, given her high-profile role. For someone in Catherine's position, there is always an expectation to be strong, to appear as though everything is fine. But behind the scenes, this can lead to burnout, especially if the body is still in the healing process. The royal family should be cautious not to push her too soon into the rigors of public engagements, she advised. And then there was Prince William. In the same raw photographs, he too appeared changed. The weight of the past year had visibly affected him. His face, usually full of energy and a quiet confidence, seemed marked by the emotional strain of watching his wife fight through such a difficult time. Catherine's public appearances following her chemotherapy treatment were always going to be a moment of significant interest. But no one anticipated just how unfiltered those moments would feel. Rather than retreating behind a facade of perfection, she allowed herself to be seen, truly seen. It was not a carefully staged comeback, but rather a raw and authentic moment that reflected the reality of her situation. There is something undeniably significant about this shift in the royal image. While the British royal family has traditionally maintained a strict code of privacy and perfection, Catherine's raw photos suggest a new direction. Could this be the beginning of a more open, less polished royal family? If so, it would mark a profound change in the way the monarchy engages with the public, one that is more relatable and human. In the end, these raw images of Catherine will likely be remembered not for their shock value but for what they represent, a woman who, despite immense personal challenges, continues to face the world with courage and authenticity. It is a powerful message, one that resonates far beyond the royal family. In a world that often demands perfection, Catherine's willingness to show her true self, scars and all, is an act of profound strength. And as for that bracelet from Princess Charlotte, the one with the word hope inscribed on it, Catherine wears it proudly, a daily reminder that even in the face of immense hardship, there is always hope.